I always want to be the leader that I would follow. That's how I try to live my life every single day of like, what's that standard? So if I'm showing up late, well, I wouldn't follow that leader. If I'm stressed out, I wouldn't follow that leader. If I'm, you know what I mean? And so like being a chubby trainer to me doesn't mean just like body weight. It's in what areas of your life are you not living your truth? You know, and because like tying it back to the beginning, like it says, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. What is up, guys? This is the Seed Time and Harvest podcast. We're on episode 27, and we're talking about In Your Truth today with my main man, Alex Chapman. I'm Nate Force. And just to let you guys know, this is the podcast to help you be 1% better every single day. You know, what that means is just a little bit. Sometimes it's getting out of bed. Sometimes it's crushing the day. But if you can look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, yep, I got better today, that's the 1%. And just a side note, I realized this past week, I was talking to Mikey after our workout, and I was like, the 1%, people who are able to achieve 1% of results that most other people aren't able to achieve, they stick to this. And they live by this 1% rule. Yeah. And it seems like almost too simple, but I think a lot of times we try to fast forward success and like microwave a ribeye, and it doesn't work, you know?
Well, it seems simple, and it's easy to talk about the 1%.
Yeah.
Because that's like, those are the people you talk about. I mean, that's today's whole podcast, right? Like the people you're talking about are the ones that are either living it for real, right? Or claiming to live it, right? And it's the people you know, I mean, you and I can see it, other people can see it too, but like if someone's truly living that beast mode lifestyle and they're out there hustling and grinding and doing God's work, doing, family work, doing their business work, doing their health work, they're putting all that work in. Yeah. It's impossible not to notice people like that. It's impossible.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, and like to tie that back into what we're chatting about today, like God will never leave you or forsake you. He will sustain you in every season, but you cannot walk in the fullness of his blessing until you step into the truth of who he's made you to be. And I saw that quote in our notes, and I was just like, man, I've lived a part of that for so long. Yeah. I remember living in LA. I moved there for the big lights.
I was hoping you were going to talk about this.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll just kick it off. You know? Yeah, man,
I was.
I mean, after football, I played till I was 29. I was living on my buddy's couch. I was just training people on the weekends to.
How old were you?
I was 29.
You just said that. I'm sorry.
I was living on my buddy's couch working as a waiter, and I just started training people just to make some cash, and that business just took off. Like I didn't really try. Like I had like market, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
But you had the looks, you had the fucking physique, you had the athletic background. It was just
what I knew, and so. That started to take off, and then I just got sick of the concrete jungle in Chicago. I went to LA for a couple of fitness events, and it was just like, oh my gosh, this place is amazing. There's sun, there's the beach. Everyone here is fit. It's like the fitness mecca. And I had the inspiration to actually start a podcast probably back in like 2015. It kind of put the pieces into place, but I was trying too hard because I wasn't in my truth.
Did you ever try it?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I shot probably 4 or 5 episodes, never released them.
Really?
Yeah.
Just insecure.
It just didn't feel like I was flowing. Like,
natural.
Like me and you, we do this, we chat for 45 minutes, 30, whatever it is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're done?
Oh yeah, like I could have gone
like
for
it
longer.
Doesn't feel like I'm not stressed or nervous because I honestly believe I don't care who hears this. If one person hears this, and even if that one person is just me,
I know,
and I'm like, oh my gosh,
and you're making yourself better with this investment.
Yeah. You pay Alfie come in here, have a therapy session,
this is for us, dude.
Just put it on the camera, But man, I feel like my buddy asked me last week. He's like, hey, how's the podcast going? I was like, oh, it's cool, dude. We're consistent with it. Yeah. He's like, well, what's like your goal with it? And I was just like, man, I really don't know. Like, I don't really have I want to get 1 million subscribers or we're like monetize this. I'm like, if it happens, but I think me and you just started this with the intention of like, let's just help people. Yeah. And so if it's just one person in our office or if it's just maybe some person we're never going to meet and never going to see, but they stumble upon this somehow and it impacts them. Yeah. That's what my goal is with this, you know? And if it does get to be big, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome. Like, but like, that's
Zero
not my goal.
expectation for it.
Yeah.
Just consistently do it.
Yeah.
So you're on your couch, no podcast, in the cesspool of LA.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the mirror, looking. So that, and that's when so coming full circle on that like, so what happened to you then? You became almost like some type of influencer then, didn't you?
I mean, I was the brokest influencer you ever met, right? Like, I remember
$1 million broke influencer.
Dude, I got my Instagram up to like 18,000 followers.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
But my goal had been to hit 10,000 because back in the day, then you could get.
Dude, it was a big. You could basically get verified at 10,000.
Totally.
Yeah.
But then you could also get paid too. So then, like, I started and then also Instagram. Then they would give you the ability to have a link.
That's right.
In your stories or in your.
Right.
So like, it was a big deal to get to 10,000, and I hit that, and it was like, oh, that's it. It was just like that, not a big deal. But like, I would get paid to do these little posts for protein bar companies or fitness equipment or stuff like that. But it'd be like $500. Like, it was not like, I'm getting paid thousands here at all.
Right.
And so like everyone out there is like hustling. Like you'd meet someone, they would first ask like, what's your Instagram? You don't ask for your number.
No.
You ask for your Instagram.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. And so I pursued that and had all this like what looked really cool.
And that shit just like pioneered in LA too. So you were part of like the tip of this thing.
I tons of friends had like multi-100,000 followers and stuff like that, which was like cool. But like you'd then see them behind closed doors, and it'd be like,
what the fuck?
What did you just post? Talking about how like peaceful you are and all this, and it's just like I don't see that. I don't see the fruit in your life. And to me, that's why it was so hard. Like, I believe, like it says in the Bible, like, my yoke is easy and my burden's light. When you're in your truth, I believe it's not hard. Like, that's the curse from the garden, right? Like, when Adam sinned, he said, cursed you are, you will toil with the ground all the days of your life. He was meant to tend the garden before that. So he worked, but he never had any stress tied to it. When he sinned, the curse was work, right? And so when you're not in your truth, I believe like you're partnering with the curse then.
Oh man, you're living a lie. And did you feel like that? Did you ever, like from experience, right? And I have experience in this as well, unfortunately. But like, did you ever feel like you laid in bed at night and you were just like, what the fuck?
Oh,
like,
dude,
what am I doing? Like, I'm not even being real with this.
My intentions were good. Like, I wanted to help people. I was a trainer.
Of course.
I wanted to like
the number one serving jobs ever.
Totally. But the caveat was my whole worth was tied. Like, if I helped you, Alex, to lose weight or to get your relationship straight or whatever it was, I hung my hat on that. So if you didn't do that, then I would internalize that. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not a good enough coach. I got to do this. I got to help them. Da, 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 da. So it was all about me, and it was all about what I did. And so it was just, it wasn't real. I wasn't living it, first of all. And I've said it on here a couple times, like the old adage, like, don't trust a chubby trainer. Like, I wasn't chubby, but I was chubby. I'm
in
here,
different ways.
I'm here teaching people how to get wealthy, and then I can barely pay my rent. You know what I mean? Like, what? Or I'm like teaching you how to be in a great relationship, and I'm not in a great relationship at all. And I remember when my son was born, I was scared, like, man, like, how do I teach him and all this stuff?
Yeah.
And it hit me. It was just like, just be. Like, just become the better version of yourself.
Yeah.
Every 1%. That's all I have to teach him to do. Bring him in to show my flaws, my challenges, the things where I fall short on, but like being able to own it and say like, man, I was wrong. Like, I'm sorry. Let me help you. Like, I think that's the best advice I can give to any dad.
Yeah.
And that was advice I gave to myself. And it ties into like, I always want to be the leader that I would follow. That's how I try to live my life every single day of like, what's that standard? So if I'm showing up late, well, I wouldn't follow that leader. If I'm stressed out, I wouldn't follow that leader. If I'm chubby, I wouldn't follow that leader. You know what I mean? And so like being a chubby trainer to me doesn't mean just like body weight. It's in what areas of your life are you not living your truth? You know, and because like tying it back to the beginning, like it says, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
The more I've learned this, and I'm still learning, like I'm a student. I want to be a student the rest of my life. I never want to be that guy who knows it all, because that's a dangerous place to be in.
Yeah.
And I think you can learn from everyone. I mean, my son has been one of the greatest teachers in my life. My daughters now.
Yep.
You know, and they're 2 and 4 and 1.
Yeah.
So anyways, dude, like it was this journey of like, man, this is not right for me at all. Like this is out of alignment. Like I got to get out of here. And that's why I think I just did not want to ever go back to LA.
Really?
And it was like, come to Denver. And the more I learned to surrender, and I'm still learning it.
Yeah.
Like so that's a gym right there. Like the more God has just brought blessings to me. And I don't mean just in the form of money.
Right.
Even though that's part of it.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. It's
everything.
Just like what's a marriage without love, right?
Yeah.
What's money without peace?
Yeah.
If you got to like, you're worried about all, that's not blessing. It says like the blessing of the Lord makes someone rich and he adds no sorrow to it. So like when it's God's blessing, there's no collateral with it. And I think there's so many people who are pursuing stuff and then they get it and they're like, oh man, there was a side road to this.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there was some
There was
weight
comes
attached
with
to it.
contingencies. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what an interesting, topic, and thank you for being vulnerable with all that. Like I think and today going into this of like, most leaders, influencers, podcasters, bosses, mentors, right? Psychiatrists. I'm sure there's doctors, physicians, these people that are in like these leadership positions, the teachers. I went to my daughter's teacher parent conference last night. Dude, the fucking teachers didn't even want to be there. Didn't ask my name they didn't do it in the school. They did it outside in the courtyard. They didn't have like some check-in to see like what kids' parents actually showed.
Yeah.
They didn't really care that Mulan's great. I love having her in class. Next. And I'm like, so you're the English teacher? Like, so what do you guys, I mean,
You're the janitor?
I was honestly like, Haley and I were just so confused. And these are the people leading our children. They have a huge job, right? And so you think of all this as you and I were talking about what we were going to discuss today. And I'm talking about like all these podcasters, mentors, influencers, and people that I truly believe in my heart are frauds, right? And the only reason that I think that isn't because I'm some righteous person that lived this perfect life. It's not that. It's because I have too been a fraud. I've been someone standing in front of a room full of, I've been in several rooms, man, standing at the head of the table, trying to lead them down a path, and they wanted to follow. They were there. We're here to serve and be of service, Alex. Tell us where to go. Tell us what to do. We'll do it. Because it was always for a good cause, whether it was for health, the gym, 24-hour fitness, B1, all these ventures. And I would then close the door. Okay, guys, have a good night. See you, whatever. The event's over. High five. Hello me. Respond to emails. And then I would go and I would live a totally fucking different life. Right? And it wasn't because... and I've thought of this a lot. And I'm like, did I live like that because I was unhappy? Did I live like that because of like my DNA, depression? Like, what was it that drove me to kind of do things that I wouldn't do today? Right? And instead of dwelling on that, you just go, I'm just not going to live like that anymore. Just one day, just decide. And I had someone literally yesterday say, what was it that made you like change all this stuff? I said, dude, I don't know. I just woke up one day and it was like, I'm not going to live like that anymore. And it's been hell to live righteously. It's way harder. What do they say? The journey to hell. Do you know this quote? The journey to hell feels like heaven, and the journey to heaven feels like hell. Right? Because how easy is it to make the bad choice? Like everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
my kids, Dad, everyone's skipping class today after lunch, man.
Yeah.
Everyone, like, who, your 4 fucking friends, dude? That's not everyone.
Yeah.
That's you and 3 knuckleheads, dude. You know, and so I'm looking at just our industry.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was you or Pete. I think it was Pete at the men's group on Tuesday that was like, this is one of the most vain industries, or maybe it was you.
No, it was Pete.
Was it Pete?
Yep.
How real estate is like an industry of just vanity. And you get all these team leaders and these mentors and principal agents and broker owners and these guys that want to be on $1 million listing fucking New York.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone thinks that this job is because they watch Selling Sunset and all Sirhan and all these things, which are great. And some of these people, like if you look at Sirhan, that is somebody you can follow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Sirhan. I've talked to him multiple times on the phone, and I think you took his course too. Did you not?
I didn't.
You
no.
didn't? Okay.
I
I
like his content.
A lot of his content.
And going back to the truth piece, like I think the greatest thing with content, Gary Vee said this he said document versus create.
Yeah.
When you just document your life,
Yeah,
that's what people actually
that's right.
I just think he lives this life. Like he wakes up at 4 and hits the gym.
Goes.
Like you can't fake that.
No.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you can follow Ryan because he has so much content, so much documentation. You're like, wow, this guy's legit. I don't know Gary Vee behind the scenes. I'm sure he's great, but you start really looking through and going, man, I know how hard it is for me to live righteously. Then you really get to know some of these people who are out preaching on these podcasts in Denver specifically, right? And going in and like running these big meetings and doing this stuff and they're influencers, whether they're in real estate or fitness or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I've not only seen, but like recently know that this is what's going on. And I don't judge because I've been there.
Yeah.
But it's like, you have to really be careful who you're following, who you're listening to. You have to be careful who you're working for, who you're working with. And you need to really pay attention to how people are living their life for real. Not how they once lived, how they're living. Because, dude, there's a lot. You go down the list of any great man or woman. They've had some moments and some, they had some low moments, right? And that's why they're great. But it's like, dude, the amount of fraudulent people that are leading people it's like probably at an all-time high because of social media, because of how easy it is to influence younger people. They're all looking to do this, so they think if you go to the gym a few times or you do this, the worst thing is that we keep talking about our spirituality and everything on here. Is the worst thing is people that are hiding behind God. Like it takes some serious. You know what? Like I don't even want to say that when we start referring to God, but it takes some balls to put yourself out there spiritually, and to talk about living righteously and the Word of God, and like, hold on, hey, like say that you're improving, but don't start preaching and telling everyone you're praying for them and telling everyone you're doing. You be careful with that, because it's that was my beef with religion when I was a boy. Was I saw priests and preachers. I saw the most powerful leaders in our congregation not behaving correctly as a young boy.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I recognized this as like, oh, just because you're this important person, or whether it's in God's house or it's in the school or it's at my job, just because you're this guy or this woman that has like this position of power does not mean that you are a righteous human being. And so you just have to be very, very careful and really start paying attention to how people are living. And it is the 1% better. And my God, like, it's the heart of this. Living righteously, take work out of it.
Yeah.
Living with love, forgiveness, exercise, good food, communication, understanding, listening, right? Like feeding your mind with positivity, not porn and fucking all this other stuff you can just be piling in your brain. It's way harder than anything else I've ever done. Anything, any business, any journey, any workout, anything I've ever done, just to make the right choice and the right thought all the time is like, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It gets easier as you have breakthroughs, but then you have another situation or another hang up. And it's just, oh man, I'm not angry or anything like that, but dude, it is hard to see the amount of people following people that aren't who they say they are.
I think that's also a microcosm of like, as you grow, for example, let me backtrack just a second. I can see my old content, like a memory pops up on Facebook or Instagram or something of a video I shot where I was trying too hard and I can't watch it. It like literally turns my stomach. So when I can see people on social media now and I'm like, psh, and it's like almost instantaneous.
You notice it.
Correct. Because I was in that same place. And so you're able to reach people that are in the same place you are. Like attracts like, right? Mm-hmm. So you can help someone, quote unquote, who's at the low place that you used to be. You know, my point is like when you know that, when you've been through that, you can see the signs really quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just like someone who's a drug addict. They'll be like, oh, they're high. I'm like, they don't look high to me. Like, I don't know what those signs are. No, they're high.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can look at someone who's trying too hard, instantly be like, oh, yeah, that's a mask.
Yeah.
You know, and not that I'm like I'm working on removing these masks every single day, even the mask of hard work or having to look a certain way. Like I've heard people always say, like, once you don't care about what other people think about you, that's when life truly starts. And
that's why I love tattoo artists.
I
swear to God.
I mean, like take like Trump for example.
Authentic,
you know,
dude.
Like him or not, this is no political statement. I think you can respect him for the fact he just doesn't care what people think about him. He's going to be him regardless. Mm-hmm. You know, and there's a certain level of respect that anyone has with that. Like someone who's, you know, all tatted up face tats, like they don't really care what other people think about them, you know, or they might care about the people who are in that world think as well.
Right.
But my point is like when you truly care about what people think too much, like I heard someone say, the only people you ever need to make proud are the younger version of you and the older version of you, the 5-year-old version and the 80-year-old version. And like, that's the only people that you need to really worry about. And I think that's interesting. Like, obviously we're not a real estate podcast, but we talk a lot about real estate because we're in real estate. And I think that's like what a lot of people are doing now is like, you might get like a couple deals, but I really think long-term success is when you're in your truth. Mm. Like I can legitimately look you in the eye and say, I don't care if we're in a $200,000 condo or in a $2.5 million house. My job is to help you find a home that you love.
Yeah, yeah.
And I say that to every client.
Yeah.
And like I say that with conviction. Yeah. Like I'm not like BSing you and just that wasn't like some course I took and I wrote it out like, oh, that sounds really good. Like it does sound good, but if you don't mean it, it doesn't mean anything behind it. Mm-hmm. You know? And I think what you're saying is like there's just so many people out there right now who are in their ego. Right. And it's like, oh man, that's a mask, bro.
Oh my God, the ego. The ego, like, let's talk about there's like leadership here, like at B1, right? We've gone through, at our real estate brokerage, we've gone through so much change, right? And you don't think of it as like, very big because it's not like we're Apple or Amazon or we're on the news headlines and oh my gosh, dude, you see Alex is in the news again.
On Netflix.
Whatever. Yeah. Like documentaries aren't out or anything. They were just running our family business and we're all trying to be better versions of ourselves, right? In this little office in Denver Tech Center. But we have big dreams and we are doing things right clearly because there are attacks on us. Our character, our business model, our brand, whatever it is, there's attacks, right, coming. And so you're like, wow, it's the biggest compliment in the world. One, you can't lead without humility, right? Leadership without humility is pure ego. That's where I was going with this. It's like, if you're not willing to own some shit, so in leadership, if someone pulls me in and goes, hey, I heard this rumor about you. Did you ever say this, this, and this? You have a choice to make as a leader, and you either go, fuck, yeah, I did. It was a low moment for me. It sucked. It was also 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And since then, I've taken some serious strides and blah, blah, blah. Or you can be like, no, I didn't say that.
Who are you fucking to tell lying. Me that?
Yeah. Well, how could you even come in here? It's none of your business.
Yeah.
And you flip it around and gaslight somebody, right? Which most leaders would be afraid to go, yeah, fuck that up. My bad. I'm sorry you even had to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. Or yeah, I used to drink all the time. I used to party my face off with the team. Right? And I just am like embracing that more and more. And probably because, as you're leading young men and women like we are, you start to realize just like how much they just want something. And it's not the money. They want to be part of something special. And they are looking to men like you and I. And they really do look at us and go like, can you help me?
Please.
Yeah. Right? And it's not like their hands are out on the street corner. We've told them we can help them. They interviewed with us and we said, we're going to help you build a career in real estate. They go through this week-long onboarding and we're promising them all these things, leads, this, and you're going to get this. And then they come out and then we introduce them to you. You got to go to Nate and Nate's going to get you to the next level. Right? And then if you aren't honest with them or you're not living your truth as a leader right there, sooner or later, you're going to fail them because you're failing you.
Yeah.
Right. And this is where I think as men, we're growing because there are times, dude, there's times I've failed, 50 people at once. Right. I've completely just let down the room because of some decision that I made or something I said or whatever. And I'm sure there's times where you let an agent down. Whether they didn't feel heard or valued, or they felt you were too busy, or they weren't on your level, or you whatever. And you're like, no, but they don't have the courage to come to me or you individually. At least most people don't. To go, man, I'm feeling a certain way. Those are the people it's easy to lead.
Yeah,
it's easy to lead the one with courage that comes in as like, hey, Nate, like, I've really been trying to get a hold of you, man. Like, I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying for you to mentor me. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And he's like, come on, dude. I'm calling you. I'm texting you. Are you too busy for me or what? Like, you get smacked in the face with someone, and then you're like, oh, and it'll wake you up, and you're like, dude, my bad. I'm so sorry. I should have called you back. But it's the ones that don't ever say anything, which is the majority. When we ask people to raise their hand in a team meeting, it's like 3 or 4 people out of 60 people in the room raise their hand when it should be 60 people raising their hands. It's because that people are nervous. They're insecure. They don't want to come to you and like, well, what if I get fired? What if he hates me? What if he doesn't get mad at me?
Yeah.
They don't know us deep down to know that you would go, oh, God, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way.
Well, I think that's also a sign of like a healthy leadership culture when you don't get attacked. When you bring something that might be a challenging conversation. Like one of the things I live by is like my life is going to be at the level of the tough conversations I'm willing to have.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not willing to have even a sales conversation, the big client that you're scared to talk to or scared, you gotta just suck it up and call them.
Yeah.
And like me and you have had a couple where it's been like, oh, I shouldn't say this. But like, what do you even told me? Like, dude, you don't ask for help enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, he's so right.
Yeah.
I think I need to just do it all myself.
Yeah.
But I'm learning, like, I can't do it all myself. I'm not in a position where, like when I was a trainer,
nobody can.
I could do it all myself. When I didn't have kids, I could do it, but it was killing me. Like I remember I was training myself to not need sleep and I lost my voice for literally 2 weeks. So I think like a sign of a healthy leader is when you don't get attacked.
Yeah.
When you come in with something. And just as you were talking, I was thinking about the people that have left and have gone,
left B1. Yeah.
And it's been interesting. There's a pattern there. It's usually the people that there's some form of argument where you can't really find a
common ground,
resolution on.
Yeah.
There isn't, oh man, yeah, appreciate you, man. Like we're in a better place because of that. But then the people who are coming back around, it seems like there's a level of humility, like, I shouldn't have left. I thought it was going to be better, but, I'm coming back. And it's just interesting, like, I've been paying attention to that.
Yeah.
And I really feel like there's I think this is a testament to you. The more you've walked into your truth, and the more you've owned your mistakes and been willing, like, we're now attracting the right people.
Right.
And, like, I was thinking about this last team meeting. I don't know if you felt this, and I should have said this out loud. I was like, the energy in the room was just amazing.
Isaac and Mikey and I walked away like, what was different today? We were in the elevator because we had to leave right after the meeting, and we were like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. And I think there was the absence of the negative energy. The people that have meant to leave have gone. And that's okay. I don't wish anyone bad. Like I wish them the best. I hope they have a better solution, because everyone's path is their path.
Right.
And who am I to judge your path versus my path? Because my path has not been the way I expected it.
It's rocky.
And like the more I've trusted God, the more He's brought the right people into my life.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was just like, that was a really interesting take.
Shift.
So
it was an interesting shift.
Totally. And I just feel like that's a testament to you, Mikey and Isaac, for you guys being true and authentic and having the tough conversations, you know?
It's as we're going through, like talking just B1 in business really quick.
Yeah.
And dude, from me to you, just on here, like when we go and we have like our leadership meeting and we're all sitting in there and every one of us are sitting in there, I believe in my heart of hearts that there's just that room is unstoppable. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we found, and then the way our business is structured and what it is, we're learning a bunch right now. We have some stuff figured out like to a T, right? Mm-hmm. Like lead flow. We're getting good at recruiting. We're amazing at getting them onboarded and getting them under contract. You just had an agent come out of onboarding 3 weeks ago, and he's submitting an offer with you this afternoon. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just, this shit just doesn't happen in other businesses, right? And he's never written an offer, never been in real estate in his life. And 2-3 weeks after he's like at a new company, he's like writing an offer for a client. Impossible, right? Yeah. So there's some stuff we have figured out. And then I'm looking at the leadership room, and like the future is so bright. Mm-hmm. And we just have to figure it out together, because we're nothing without you. We're nothing without Tanya. We're nothing without Jacob out there in Dallas. We're nothing without Mitch and Pete and Nicole, right? Like it's like, and Krieger and Aaron, like the core of this gunner.
Yeah.
Right. Like, whoa. And we have more young men coming forward right now. Like, and largely because of you, of like, I want to do this. How do I become a team lead? How do I start to lead people? Mm-hmm. And that is when your mentorship, your podcast, your company or whatever is really on some type of a growth path, when people start to want to lead. Yeah. When you're creating other leaders, it's like, oh man. And it's not because we went through some sexy leadership training course. Mm-hmm. You know, we took everyone on some retreat and came back like all ayahuasca'd out. Like, man, we got this shit. Everyone's a leader tattoos, now, right? Yeah. Like we kumbaya'd it, we cried. Yeah. Like we this is just, it's happening organically, and I don't really know what to do or to attribute this to, other than just staying consistent. Yeah. And I do believe, and you text me and you said, man, it's happening. Right. And I knew what you meant by that. And I I'm like, I don't even want to go down this road on the text. Mm-hmm. Like whenever I don't respond to certain things, I'm just like, it's just because I'm all in my head. Right. That's all it is. I'm never not responding because I don't want to respond. It's like, if I respond it'd be a long ass text message this long. We were talking about B. Yeah. Or Lincoln and different things, and you were like, dude, it's happening. Like, I know what you mean by it's happening. Yeah. It's not just like it's happening, like Lincoln's coming on board. Like, no. It's what you mean is it.
It's like in the process.
Like, it. And I'm really proud, dude. I'm proud to be partnered with you on this. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know, anything else than to stay consistent, to the willingness to admit our mistakes. Right? When you mess this up, own it. We have to stay focused on developing others, which we are. Yeah. Right. And then just, a track record of results, dude. Yeah. And results in all things. For sure. Track record of results was being on time. Track record of results of emailing back when you said you were going to email back. Track record of results when we tell you we're going to work out. We work out. Yeah. When we're talking about we're going to be sober and different things, we don't go to an event like we did yesterday and get blacked out at noon on a Thursday. Yeah. Like, and people start to see this over and over. Like Colin was like, dude, he's been on the team for 5 years now. And when he came on, he was 20. Yeah. And he's like, dude, the team events used to be a little different. Like Remember the Christmas party when you and I banged like 17 shots? You know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And we weren't obnoxious.
No.
It was just something we did. No one really knew how much we were drinking but you and I.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe Haley and Cassidy. They were like, oh boy.
Yeah.
But, we left and there wasn't any harm or foul other than our health.
Yeah.
But it was the perception of others seeing us like this,
Dude, it's making me think. The way you live your life gives other people liberty of how to live theirs.
Yep.
Because they're always watching you.
That's
so that's
right.
positive or negative.
Yep.
I think me and you have both lived that negative side.
That's right.
And it's like if you're waking up early and working out, that's telling someone else, like, hey, you can do this too. Mm-hmm. If someone's wealthy, it's because you can do this too.
That's right.
If someone's broke, you can also do this too.
Yeah, that's easy.
And man, it's just like, I think like I messed up at the beginning of this year because I stood up in front of everyone and I said, I'm going to make $1 million this year. And something wasn't right in my spirit when I said that. Like it didn't feel right. And it was because I was trying to be this leader that was judged by his results as opposed to just who he is, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And going back to like LA and the podcast and stuff, like I would feel like it was hard because it was wrong. I was trying to say something that I didn't really live. And Isaac told me this. He's like, if you'd have made the exact same money you did last year, that's still a huge success. Yeah. And I was like, what? That's like a foreign concept to me because I was in my ego trying to think, I got to be like so-and-so or I got to do this and like chasing. And I don't like that word chase because what you chase runs from you. Like you think you chase a rabbit, you don't really catch a rabbit, right? But like if you attract something, if you're a trapper, you can catch that rabbit. You got to be patient.
Right.
My son wants to go fishing. He's always talking about it. I bought him a fishing pole. He's like, Dad,
you
we go
got to
fishing.
take him.
I know.
Especially if he's asking. My son never asked me.
Well, I think the lesson of fishing, I hated fishing as a kid because I wasn't patient. Fishing requires patience.
That's why I
and
didn't
presence.
Like it. Yeah.
And I've grown to like it a lot more the older I've gotten because I think I've actually started to like learn this of like you're rewarded for patience and consistency. You just keep casting. You're eventually going to catch one, or maybe you got to switch ponds or streams or locations. And it just like, man, it's just like God's not able to bless you until you're in your truth.
Yep.
Like he'll sustain you. He'll give you just enough to keep you from being broke and I've been there so many times and I'm like just on the verge of quitting, on the verge of this. It's just like then you get a little bump. And I think a lot of people going back to religion, that's their view of God is like just the savior. Mm-hmm. He's going to help me get out of this hard situation. But he's like, no, dude, I got everything for you.
Yeah.
I want to bless you, but I can't because you're not speaking my language. It's not the true way that I created you. And it's like you're speaking a different language. He's like, I don't even understand this.
Oh, man. And heaven forbid you're hiding behind him. Yeah. I mean, I've just noticed that more as the more and more I'm pursuing my faith, mm-hmm. I'm more conscientious of like who talks about it, who doesn't, and what they're doing behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And oh my gosh, it's just very difficult. It's a very difficult decision to make. Mm-hmm. To say like, I'm ready to do this. Yeah. And it's funny because everyone says and that they're not ready. Like, I'm not ready to get baptized yet. I don't feel ready. Mm-hmm. I don't feel ready to start that new job yet. I don't feel ready to start my journey yet. Yeah. Next week we'll be ready because it's a feeling. And someone recently just told me, Mia Helms. Yeah. Right. She says, you'll never feel ready because ready's not a feeling. It's a choice. It's a decision.
That's good.
And I was like, damn, where'd you hear that? She was like, Instagram. and I was like, I'm stealing it. And she was like, you're not stealing it from me. Yeah. But I am stealing it from Mia because Mia is the one that gifted me that.
For sure.
And I'm like, oh my God. I always just thought being a young dad and you being a dad, that's usually when you hear ready. Like, oh, we're not ready for kids. Mm-hmm. No, you don't want them yet. That's what it is. Or I'm not ready to, we're not ready to do that. Yeah. No, you don't want to do it. It's a decision. It's a choice. Readiness is like right now. Let's go.
What's it say, bro? Without faith, it's impossible to please God. Mm-hmm. And what's faith? It's just expecting the good to happen. Fear is just the opposite of that. We're expecting the bad to happen.
Right.
But like, you never ever get what you're looking for if you're ready.
No.
You know, like, it's like, oh, I know I'm meant to get on this road. Like, I heard someone say, if God showed you the path, most people would never go down it.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the road is hell.
He only shows you the end.
Yeah.
He's like, here's the reward. And not knowing you got to go through 10 years or 15 years or whatever that road looks like to get there.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's the hard part, man.
Oh,
but,
my
like,
God.
I think the more you do it, it's just like a muscle.
It is.
The more you realize, like, man, I've never been forsaken. I might as well just forget all this fear crap and just keep going. And, like, I'm just going to jump, like, knowing it's going to work out well.
Yeah.
But that ties into last week what we talked about, having a plan, too. Like, it's your job to create the plan, but then he's going to bless the plan.
Right.
You know, so.
And you have to work toward it. Like, it's one of these things of all the chatter we had today, right? Like, the message I would love to get across for anyone, whether you're in the real estate business, you're in the car business, you're trying to start your own business, whatever it is, you need mentorship, you need leadership, you need guidance. I don't care who you are. Everyone has someone they look to and look up to. Really pay attention to who they are. Really pay attention to what they say versus what they do versus what they say, right? And if you're going to follow a leader, if you're going to follow a vision, if you're going to follow a brand, really do your homework and don't listen to, your homework meaning your internal homework.
Yeah.
Have the right thoughts, the right conversations of, do I really believe in this woman, this man, this vision, this company, do I really like trust this guy? Really go down. Do I really trust this woman? They're saying a lot of things to me. They're telling me to live a certain way, be a certain way.
Yeah.
Are they that way?
That's the chubby trainer. Follow results.
You've got to, and if you're going to take that step and really follow, and a lot of our businesses right now are like leader-led businesses, you know, and you really, that's all I would recommend is pay attention to who's leading you and just take it a few layers deeper. That's all I would say.
That's like the questions I have here that I want to challenge anyone listening to this. You know, who are you allowing to speak into your life? You know, sometimes you got to shut down the voice of your parents or a brother and sister of like, man, I reject that.
Yeah.
That you're speaking through your fear. But when you know your truth, you're able to recognize that. So it's like judge a tree by its fruit, right? So like if someone has results in their life, you probably need to follow them. And then the second question is like, am I following God's truth or someone else's curated image? And understanding like, man, they don't have alignment. Their say-do ratio is way off.
Yep.
You know? And then the other thing is like, where are you seeing the sustaining hand of God versus his overflowing blessing? And I think that's like the results again. Like, am I like constantly going back to zero? I mean, I was putting myself in zero subconsciously because I thought I needed it, you know?
It's always.
Or is this easy? You know, like real estate has been honestly kind of easy, dude. Not from like the standpoint of like the work is easy. Like I have to show up every day, but like I'm not really trying.
Right.
Like it's not like, oh, I got to try to put on this facade and listen to David Goggins and get really pumped up and then I can close a $2 million deal. It's just like, no, whether I'm in a $400,000 home or a $4 million home, same thing. Hey, what do you want? Help me. I'm gonna help you find this home that you love.
Yeah.
For me, like that's where like I feel like I found the career that I'm meant to be aligned in. Never thought I'd do this. I literally thought realtors were just had failed at every other business.
I mean, there's some truth to
there
that.
Or you finally found what you're aligned with.
Right.
And it took a long time to get there.
That's right. That's right.
So,
I like that better.
Yeah. So anyways, man, like I don't know how to break this one up other than like if you're following results, that's a really good place to start.
Yeah.
So look for people who have the results you want and then try to hang around them as much as possible.
Yeah.
You're the product of the 5 closest people to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, this is episode 27, Seed Time and Harvest. Peace.
Later.